What is going on, everyone? A heartbreaker, an absolute heartbreaker by the Sixers. And right now, I am in the airport. I had to stream the game in the airport. Then we had the flight, and I couldn't record until we landed. And to make it even worse, my flight back home from Minnesota to Philly has been delayed 6 hours. But anyway, let's talk about this heartbreak by the Sixers today at home. And listen, I thought they played well. It wasn't like they played a bad basketball game, but at the end of the day, the game was won by the Thunder, and Paul George did his thing. He hit the clutch 4-point play, and Jimmy Butler gets rubbed off by Adams, and it was just a tough play to make. And Paul George executed the game plan down the stretch perfectly for them to win the basketball game. And it's a shame because I said there was going to be ups and downs throughout this stretch. We were playing these tough teams. We weren't going to win all of them. We weren't going to dominate all of them. But at the end of the day, we had a chance. We had a big-time chance to win this basketball game. And when you look at it from Joel Embiid hitting clutch three-pointers. I'm sorry, not three-pointers, clutch free throws. And then you have Jimmy Butler get a monster steal, take it in for two. We take a lead. And for it to all fall down because of a Paul George 4-point play with a couple seconds left, it hurts. And then for us to have a chance at the end of the basketball game to jack one up with Jimmy Butler almost double-teamed, I mean, there really wasn't much we had going there. I will say one thing. I'm not mad at this team for the way they played today. I thought they fought back. They started the game off slow. They responded. So in the first quarter, we're down 16. Bang, knock it to 8. Continue to fight. Third quarter, we go down big again. Continue to fight. And we even take the lead late in the fourth quarter. The team fought hard. The team played well. But when you look at turnovers, 19. And they had, let's see here, we had 19 turnovers, 28 points off of it. And I'm beating a dead horse here because it's the same thing. Turnovers. But you can look at that, and yeah, that costed us. It gave the Thunder more possessions. They had more possessions. They win a ball game by 2. It does come down to that at the end of the day. But you look at the way the team played, and one thing I loved, by the way, Joel Embiid versus Adams. Two big guys, two monster guys, big specimens battling. Going hard, physical, low post game. I love those two battling out there. Joel finishes the day with a little bit more points, 31 and 8, but he walks away with the L, so who had the more effective day? I mean, Steve Adams had a big-time screen, too, late down the stretch for them to hit the game winner. That's a big-time screen that goes unnoticed to the uncommon basketball fan. But Ben, 20, 15, and 9, he was obviously electric today, and we love what we see out of him, especially down in the low post. We've seen a different type of animal out of him with his back to the basket, and I love that, especially with his hook shots. He's been looking very good with his back against the basket. JJ with 22, and Jimmy Butler, he was 1 of 8 early on in the game, struggling. He had the ninja headband, which was awesome to see. He finishes the day with 18 and made some big plays, especially in the fourth with the steal and the bucket and hustling, and he creates that type of energy. But at the end of the day, the Sixers fell, and they had a chance. They did. They really did have a chance to go out there and win themselves a game today at home. But they down the stretch, with that one play that was needed, Paul George got open, and he's been one hell of a player ever since his injury. Coming back this year, he's been great, leading the NBA when it comes to steals, and he's just been scoring. He finishes with 31 today, and Westbrook 21, 10 and 6. He bothers me. 8 of 21 from the field goal today, and he bothers me. Him and Embiid going at it. Like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do after that hard foul? You're gonna do nothing, you loser. Nothing. Now, early on with Russell, he was on TJ McConnell, and I'm thinking, come on, guys, he's getting exposed out there. He is. Our bench play. Other than Landry Shamet hitting 3 threes within a couple minutes there in the second quarter, they really didn't provide much point-wise. I see a little bit more of Jonah Bolden, and his athleticism and what he can do is rotate well, and he can defend because of his length. So I like to see him build off that. But points-wise, our bench didn't really create too much besides Landry Shamet hitting a couple threes in a row there in the second quarter. But you look at their bench. Now, listen, you look at the Oklahoma City Thunder's bench, and besides Schroeder, who ended up dropping 21 points, they had 7 from their other guys, and one of them was Nerlens Noel, who had 4. So their bench play, besides Schroeder, really didn't get anything going either. That's a good team. That's a good team we just faced, and we had it. We had the chance. We had the opportunity. We had the lead down the stretch with a couple possessions left, and they executed. They executed. And now people want to criticize Jimmy Butler. Look at that slow start, that slow performance offensively, and look what he did. Didn't we bring him in here to defend? Yeah, we did. And Adams is a great player, and he set a great screen, and it was a tough spot for him to recover, and that's just what happened. Yeah, it hurts. I'm sitting here a little bit devastated, because that was one that we could have won. That was a game where we literally at home on ABC, by the way, talk about a primetime Saturday afternoon game, could have won ourselves a nice game. It would have been a great victory, would have moved forward with a lot of momentum, and this team will take this and move forward with it. You can learn a lot from the losses. People say it all the time. You win games, you feel like you take away more out of losses. So because this happened here this afternoon, maybe down the line in an important game in the playoffs, we remember this. Okay, Paul George did this then. Remember how we could have went around the screen here, and we just use it to our advantage when a game matters more. But it stings. This game stings. It hurts. It was very entertaining. I thought the Sixers played well, but at the end of the day, when you walk away with an L like that, it stings. It stings. I thought the team played well. I love the fact that they battled. I love the fact that even though we went down big early, fought. We went down late, fought, took the lead. But you need to keep looking at problems that keep reoccurring. And 19 turnovers, allowing 28 points, that is a problem, because you can take a look at how many shot selections we had compared to them. We gave them extra possessions, and we lost the basketball game by 2 points. And I understand that turnovers are going to happen. You're going to turn the ball over. It's bound to happen, especially with the style play that Ben Simmons has, and he's young. But we need to limit them. Close to 20 consistently every game is a problem, and I hate that I keep bringing that up, but it is a serious concern. We need to find a way to keep the basketball in our own hands and not turn them over. See, when Ben goes 100%, when he goes full speed, that's when he finds himself in trouble, because he's like too fast for himself, and he starts turning the ball over. He makes rash decisions, and that's what happens when he puts his foot to the gas pedal when he's going full speed. But I mean, I'm looking down here and looking at my notes and my takeaways, and it's a shame, because we had it. We did. We had it on our home court, and Paul George delivered. Paul George made a gut-wrenching shot that now we're sitting here with something terrible in our stomach. I just like to look at the last 5-6 minutes and how that plays out, because that goes big on the coaching, that goes big on the matchups, that goes big on the players. And when you look at it and you see where we went down that last 5-6 minutes, I can't complain, really. Joel was clutch. Joel was clutch. Jimmy Butler making plays. And it came down to Adams making a really nice play to cut Jimmy Butler off, and Paul George hits a really big shot. Keep in mind, Joel hit a big-time 3 too, before the free throws even happened. We gotta find a way to build off this. It hurts, it stings, but this is what we need to do. We know this stretch of games here is going to be filled with ups and downs. We battled. We played good. We played well. We just didn't get the win. And I know it's a win-loss, or you played great, or you weren't good enough. But I thought this team did play well enough, and we just didn't win the game at the end of the day. You can learn from this. It's better than not playing well at all and getting destroyed on your home court on ABC prime time. I'd rather have it go down this way, because this team will learn from it. We will be better down the line here when the season really matters and gets more important, when we get into playoffs and start getting into that kind of game. Let me know what you think, though. I definitely am hurt. I'm not mad at the way the team played, though. I'm not. They battled. Hopefully, I get home soon. 6 more hours. Oh, just sitting here. See you guys next time.